Hi, this is Kendra from Pencil and Pigment, and today is just a little story time. I am painting a brown-throated parakeet, and I just thought it would be fun to kind of update you on my moldy paint adventures, and we can kind of discuss where we're at a little bit. So yesterday I recorded a video about my Greenleaf and Blueberry handmade watercolors and how they're starting to mold because of the humidity, and I think part of it is just how airtight that container was, and I just wasn't using them enough and paying enough attention and keeping them in the rotation. So part of it's the weather and part of it's absolutely me. But yesterday we had sun, and I'm in the northern hemisphere. I'm in the United States. It's December. We typically get all the rain here, and so I really did put them out in the sun with a little cover, and I misted them down with, alcohol, and I did all that. And I was listening to an audiobook. I've hit my 50 books for the year, which was my reading goal. And I was listening to an audiobook, and I start hearing, I thought my neighbors were jackhammering, honestly, because once the weather turns nice, everyone that's very hands-on and everyone I live next to is very creative and kind of rugged and into carpentry and all these wonderful things. And I look up and it was pouring. So from an hour of sunshine to completely pouring buckets is kind of where I was. And I was like, I ran and I was like, I'm bringing it in. My husband's like, what are you doing? And I was just like, I'm talking to my paints. But so yesterday, they got sprayed once. They got an hour of sunshine. They did not get any heat. I'm going to continue on this cleaning journey. These two were always pretty okay, so I feel okay putting them in a sketchbook. I'm going to keep an eye on it. I do think that these need to be in my rotation more, of course, but we'll see. We'll see in a week if things pop up, because obviously nothing dried. Everything's still super tacky. Let me show you one that I carved a bunch of mold out of. And again, I'm not super zoomed in, but you can see the highlight from my lights that it's just wet. So we will see what we will see in a week, and hopefully what we see is some good stuff. I'm really hoping that, I caught it in time, or I caught it enough that maybe the spores didn't go too far down in the paint. I'm really hoping that's kind of what it is. Ooh, that's pretty. Let's do that. I typically kind of mix this color. I make this exact shade from scratch with, but I put a little bit of Prussian green, a little more green in it when I make this color with my Schmincke set. This color's so beautiful. Anyway, working on a beak. That was my day yesterday. Trying to make progress, trying to clean everything up. I realized that I was using one of my kids' paintbrushes, and I'm not allowed to borrow from my no-buy, and so I went through, because when I cleaned my shelving unit and put everything away for the inventory video, the one thing, of course, naturally, the one thing I didn't look at were, I have two little cups of brushes, and one's sort of large brushes and one's small detail brushes, and I didn't look in those, and I found at least 4 brushes that were theirs, so I'm going to have to give those back. And in the evenings I've been working on, so all the videos I did for my no-buy talking about my goals and my inventory, I'm at night now, and I'm putting them in my snake sort of bullet journal, and I'm making sure that I'm putting everything in ink. I'm kind of worried that with the sheen of the paper of the Archer and Olive book, that the pencil is just going to smear and kind of fade, and I don't want that to happen. So I am making sure that everything is in ink. I'm using a couple microns. I'm using the olive, and I'm using the sepia colors, which absolutely screams snake to me. Anyway, So that's what I've been working on in the evenings. And that's been good. I don't typically write a lot all at once. I'm very heavy-handed when I write. I press down really, really hard. And my entire life I've tried to be like conscious of myself doing that so I don't give myself hand cramps. And I gotta tell you, 4 decades later, I still do it once in a while. And I'm like, oh, hand hurts, write lighter. So let's find a really nice sort of color to mix in here. Anyway, I hope your day is going wonderful. That's just kind of my my little struggles. I just like trying not to laugh. The sun just came out of nowhere yesterday. I can't even tell you. Like, my husband and my kids immediately ran and went for a walk in the sunshine with the dog. And I immediately started sticking my art supplies in the sun. Oh, it's so funny. He told me today that he wants me to find a raincoat for our dog when he walks her. I can't, my heart. It's so cute. But I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to have to really search because she's a Mastiff. She has the sort of barrel chest. It's extremely wide, so I'm going to have to look online. I'm sure there's places that make them for the big dogs. But it made me laugh. I'm like, oh, I can't wait to see her in her raincoat. Oh, it's going to be so cute. I don't know if my heart can handle these things. I don't know if she's going to like it. We sort of put one of those dog kind of hat things on her one time, and she just kind of looked at us like, are you mad at me? What did I do wrong? And I was like, oh, I'll take it off if you hate it. You just have to tell me. She was so sweet about it, but like, she looked so cute, but she got so quiet that I was like, I don't think she actually likes this, honey. I don't want her to think that we're torturing her. We're just trying to keep her ears warm. It gets down to freezing sometimes. And again, we walk her twice a day. She gets an hour in the morning and a full hour in the evening, which gets everybody out of the house. It's good exercise. We have a bunch of really cool hiking trails right by us and stuff. So we're super, super spoiled, super lucky. It's very nice. I'm gonna add a little bit of this gray in here. Anyway. Just for a little drop shadow, a little value. Deepen up the tones. You see the bottom there? Okay. Sometimes I get to painting and I don't realize that it's all off camera, and I'm like, that's the point of the paint with me. Like, you grab a paint thing and hang out, and you can either watch me paint, but I have to get it in frame. And if I don't get it in the frame, oh man, I apologize. So, we bought all the Christmas gifts early. We do celebrate Christmas. But we have waited to the last minute for wrapping. So we are wrapping everything tonight. My husband and I will probably put a movie on that's really funny to listen to that we've watched before, and we'll just wrap everything up. Sort of tag team event. And hopefully that will get it all done and it won't be too big of a deal. But yeah. There were so many other things we wanted to do, so we really put off the wrapping. But we can't put it off anymore. This is where we're at. Anyway. I like bright colored birds. Some of them just don't look real, you know? You look at some of the birds in Africa and oh man, are they gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay, I need a decent brown. Maybe I'll use this one. A little bit. Anyway. So this video will be going up later in the evening, and I apologize for that, but that's kind of where we're at sometimes. But this Christmas week's kind of wild. Again, I wasn't sure if I would be able to even do Vlogmas, so this has been quite the learning experience for me, and I'll hopefully have gained enough knowledge that I can do an even better job next year, which should be nice. Anyway, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye.